What is going on YouTube? It is a good morning. So the Game Awards is over and they announced the new Armored Core coming soon. Now, I want to go over a little bit of history with Armored Core and From Software, at least my history, because they do more than just make Souls games. Um, and this video was sparked because I read the interview from IGN, and nothing against IGN. I always love to get these developer interviews. I don't want to kill his name. Hyde Taka? Hyde Taka is not going to be at the helm of this game. As he was in previous entries. He's passing it on to some of the other developers that helped him on his recent titles. But during this interview, they kept going on about, is it Soulsborne? Like Soulsborne. I kept seeing that after every other question. And it's like, no, Armored Core is not a Soulsborne. So I figured I'll do some justice here and just kind of talk about them. Now, I haven't beat every single Armored Core that you see in this list. I've beaten three of them and played just about them all, but only beat about three of them, and I'll go over to the reasons why. But the way Armored Core works is this a mech game where you put on different pieces of armor and then you go into a battlefield and take down different mechs with different objectives. A lot of it is, some of it is one-on-one, some of it is mission based. Now, here we go. So in 1997, Armored Core first came on the PlayStation. Okay, I can't remember if I rented it or I had it on the demo disc that used to come back in the day. And I played it briefly, but wasn't that excited about it because it just played kind of clunky. And for myself, even at the time, the PlayStation graphics was not the greatest to me. Um, and they had other things like Toshinden and stuff like that, right? So I didn't really play it that much, but I liked it, the art and stuff. I don't remember, playing the second one or this one. But I think this one was more 101 based. Maybe not all the way. I could be completely wrong, but the way I was feeling about this, I think it was 101. I remember playing Armored Core 2 when it came on to the PlayStation. I felt the same way. Played it briefly, did not beat it. I can't remember another age, but when I looked at it, I'm like, okay, it's kind of the same thing. But if you notice, they've been consistent with releases in Armored Core all the way up until this last one. But Armored Core 3. So now this is when I was playing Armored Core, and I'm just like, okay, I really like mech. I really like robots. I want to complete this game. It was really good. Um, I got past the weight limit thing. So another trick to it is that you might be able to put the heaviest weapon on the strongest gear, but if you do that, it might come with ammo limitations, and it's definitely going to make you slower in combat. And being slow in Armored Core is one thing that you don't want to do. It's heavy on the dodging and dodging from lasers and stuff. But I beat this one. Had fun with this one. This one was cool. I liked the way it looked too. Silent Line. Now this one is when I really started becoming an Armored Core fan right here. Now, just to backtrack to 3 right quick. One of the things that I know this one introduced, I can't speak for all of them. Again, I'm not a huge hardcore Armored fan. I'm just been kept up with the series over the years. But the way it worked was like the last boss always introduced some new mechanics or some new things. Because the last boss in this one was just, he looked at way different. He had a huge missile pack. Just, it was pretty tough to beat. And some of the stuff that he had carried on to Silent Line just as much as I thought back in the day. And Silent Line was also good. I beat this one. And then came Nexus. I cannot remember if I beat this one or not. And I know after that, I didn't keep up with the series. I don't even remember really seeing this one at all. I don't remember seeing this one at all. I remember Last Raven being on the shelves, but this one I don't. But I wanted to look at Silent Line's intro. It is one of the coolest intros to this day. The beginning music is really dope. So let's go through that. Bringing back some memories. Love that, man. See how it was, it scoped in, disappeared, was right in front. So dope. So yeah, I'm gonna just let you get hype on that one right there. So going back into the line of Armored Core games. So then you had Active Silent Line, Nexus, Ninebreaker, Formula Front, Last Raven, Armored Core 4. Okay, so when Armored Core 4 came, this was when the new systems came out, PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. Here, the controls changed to where it was more faster paced. You wasn't like moving Zone of Ender style, right? It wasn't over the top, but it just was a whole lot more faster. Like you actually had boosters and jets. And that is where sadly my playing with Armored Core ends. Um you had 4 answer, 5. Was this on the what consoles this come out on? Was it on the 3? Well, it was about 2012, so it must have been. And then Verdict Day was the last one. So yeah, they are not Soulsborne games. Now, what I do hope is that they stay about as difficult as they was, and maybe offer us some like difficulty, but don't go that hard because I haven't beaten not a single one of those games. In fact, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Sekiro, I wanted to see because of all the lore and the Japanese history, and the game looked beautiful, but I didn't beat it the way I didn't beat it the way you should have beaten it. That's all I'm gonna say. And I haven't cheated in the game in a long time. But so yeah, again, give my Armored Core a shot. Hopefully they do some re-releases of all these. To be honest with you, they really should. Um, really just give us a collection of all of them. I imagine it's probably going to be super expensive though, with something like this. But hopefully when the games comes out, when 6 does come out, it does, just do just as well as some of the previous entries. Don't really think that it will though, but it might. But anyway, it's good to see that game come back. We need more mecha games. Another one that's coming, that's getting was announced too, is Front Mission. And so maybe the rise of mecha games can start to come back again pretty heavy. And hit the American audience.